Hello, I'm Darren. I'm an all-grain home brewer, and this might be my first of many Homebrew Wednesdays, but let's see. Anyhow, let's start this off. This is an APA I made a few weeks ago. It's quite a nice brew. It's also coincided with me just starting to use corny kegs. That's what I've been brewing for the last maybe 5-6 years now, so I think it was about time I actually got around to doing it. Okay, let's talk about the format. I think I'm going to pens and things. So what I've got a format here, so I'm going to actually go through this format, talk about a few things, and hopefully show a few photographs and stuff later on. Not today though. This is kind of a bit of a starter. Okay, let's talk about what I'm going to brew. I've been going through the BrewDog recipes, like most people might have been doing up to now, and quite a lot of the recipes use one hell of a lot of American hops. They're very difficult to get a hold of over here, but one thing they do use quite a lot of hops, whatever. And coincidentally, I've got a hop growing out the back. I get quite a lot of hops of it, and it's a Challenger plant. And reading through the recipes, they've got a recipe called Challenger, and so I'm going to take my hops and really take them through their try to use it really well and see what I can make out of it. If you want to see the recipe, you can obviously go online and download the book and have a look. But that's what I'm planning to do in a few, hopefully over this coming weekend. Okay, so what have I got? The next thing is what I've got conditioning at the moment. I made a American amber rye red ale, well, American amber ale a few weeks ago, and I wanted to actually do a rye beer for quite a while now, so this is my first go at it. So I've got a cat here, and it's made with Munich malts, rye malt, which is about 10%. I've just tried to cut back on the rye at the moment and try to build that up as I go through it. Marisota and a selection of American hops which I've put in there. I think it's Cascade and some Citra, and it's coming to the end of its first coming to the end of conditioning now. So I fermented it for 2 weeks, I've conditioned it for 2 weeks, and I'm just about to stick some Cascade hops in there to dry hop for about 3 days. And once I've finished doing that, I'm going to take that out and put it into a Cornelius keg, which hopefully I'm going to have empty soon. But I've got I just moved on to Cornelius kegs, and I've only got 3 at the moment, so I haven't got much room. But I think I've got a keg there which is almost empty, so I think I might just bottle off what's left in there. Okay, what I've got in the kegs, I've got 3 Cornelius kegs, as I just said. The first one is full with a British best bitter, which is about 3.5%. It was originally about 4%, but it came out a little bit. I had too much water in the mix really. and in the other 2 kegs I've got American Pale Ale. So this was an experiment with water in Bristol where I live, and we basically wanted to take 2 very light pale beers and brew them, treat one of them with CRS and the other one untreated. So we, me and a friend of mine, we did a collaboration brew. We used my brewing system, which is a grain farm at the moment, and we made 2 brews. Perhaps I might talk about that in the future. It's supposed to be quite controlled, but perhaps we may not have quite done it exactly like that. But it's nevertheless, this is obviously one of the beers that come out of it, and it's quite a refreshing beer. We haven't dry hopped this because obviously we wanted to just get the flavour of the beer. But this is definitely something you could quite easily pay £4 or £5 for in a pub over in the UK, so it's quite good. Okay, bit of a kit update. Well, I'll just talk about my kit already. I've recently inherited a small 800mm higher fridge, which I've been using as a kegerator for the last few weeks, and now I've just inherited a full-size larder fridge because I've had to update my old fridge. So I've got that, and that's going to be converted to a kegerator, which I'm quite looking forward to. I found if I stick the temperature of the fridge right down to low, about 1 on the thermometer setting, it comes in exactly. The temperature of the fridge is 12 degrees, so I haven't got to bother about sticking a SCC 1000 or similar in there to control the temperature. All I need to do is to quickly buzz a hole in the side and pop some pipes in there for my CO2. So that is the project for the next few days. My old kegerator, I'm going to add. I've got a homemade brew pie system which I built with a Raspberry Pi, obviously, and an Arduino and a heater, and I'm going to stick that into the refrigerator which I've got at the back at the moment. This is obviously the small one, and I'll be setting up over the weekend, and hopefully when I do my brew I can put all that into the fridge outside. It's actually outside, so I've made it a bit weatherproof, but my idea was it doesn't really rain majorly here in the UK. It's just so, and if it really does start chucking it down for a few days, I can always chuck a tarpaulin over it. But that's something I'll show when I do a brew day next. I'm planning to do a brew day this weekend, and I'm planning to film it. I've done a few. If you look on YouTube at the moment, you'll see I've done quite a lot of brews up to now. So hopefully I do a better high res one, and we'll see how we go. Okay. So I've got a few other little things I want to do here. I want to do a few. In the future, I want to do a few beer reviews, maybe ones which are maybe not majorly hot for, just normal things, but that's the kind of thing. I'm going to have a little section where I do out of the box. I might pull a little bit of my beer kit out of my little box at the back there, and perhaps talk about it, and that's perhaps reminisce where I bought it, how much I use it nowadays, perhaps what I was brewing at that time, just something like that, some little ideas. And it's always good to listen to other people when they've different home brewers, and obviously it's just something to hold on to and talk about and actually expand on. And well, I'll think of any other ideas. What's coming up? I've got hopefully I'm looking forward to kegging up this red American Amber at the weekend. That'll take about another week or so to carbonate up and condition in the bottle. And also the brew day, which is coming up, and also I think I've got the national homebrew competitions coming up in the UK, and I actually helped out last year with helped out the guys who are doing the tasting, and I'm going to do the same again this year. But this year I think I'm going to actually enter a beer, and I think my brewing standards is actually going up a little bit, so hopefully it'll win prizes, which would be nice, but it's good. And okay, I'm going to finish off. I think one thing which has really got me into a lot of this over the last few years, and especially on YouTube, is the old Paul Wickstein. He's I think I only really started watching all his videos, and then all of a sudden the poor guy died, and it's quite shocking, really. It's and it's been a year of that. I mean, so many people seem to be dying all the time. It's just quite dreadful, really. But I mean, on the other hand, you've got to accept it's the way it goes. But also, I watch all those other guys on YouTube, Tony Yates and Homebrew 69, and New to Home Brewing, Tom, what's his name, and all those guys. If you look at my my YouTube, who am I actually signed up to on YouTube? You better see who I get up to. And that's about it. Hopefully I'll get the brew day up online the next few days. Perhaps I'll record me kegging up my amber, and perhaps get some tasting notes about midway there before we keg it up. And I think today I'll be showing. I've got other things in the pipeline as such. I've got these Cornelius kegs, and I have washed them out, but I want to do some servicing on those. I bought some new gaskets for them, so I will venture into actually dismantling them and obviously replacing all the gaskets, which would be quite interesting and fun to see. I mean, I haven't got all the parts yet. I might even film when I refit all my kit back into this fermentation fridge, which I'm setting up now, and also I'll show you a quick bit of me setting up my my kegerator, my new big kegerator. Okay, right, and that's about it. I will see you all soon, hopefully, and have a nice Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.